big of a bully as we normally see him to be. And maybe it's going to see him to poke a mid. Velo on the bottom lane having quite a bit of trouble.
Well, level 2.5 forced out by Shadow Word of the Warlock, as well as Juggernaut just able to walk up and right-click him a fair amount. Velo even just burrow striked into Eden with a caustic finale on him.
Is he
so
dead?
Shadow Word heal here, and I don't know with another stun, it looks like he is. The double damage rune from the Sand King, proving to be a little bit too much, and First Blood not only goes to your offlaner, but it's a 1v1 where he kills off the support.
Yep.
Drops, Blightstone, Orb of Venom, all these cool little items that you can pick up.
Remember back in the days where your wards and sentries, they don't even take up the same slot?
Yeah.
That was the dark days, man.
The dark days. The Middle Ages of Dota 2. FoREv.
For supports at least, yeah.
Look at it, the Decay. 2 stacks on him with the Battle Hunger as well. This is a great dual lane to dive towers. The Sunstrike actually finds him. Invoker gets the kill on FoREv's Morphling up a top lane.
Invoker had selections too. He could have strike Velo. Look at his HP as well, being kind of harassed very heavily on the bottom lane. So, yeah.
So difficult to go in on them. But yeah, I thought the Sand King would be able to apply a little more pressure onto the Juggernaut. But with the Warlock, Fatal Bonds, and the spin, just look at this. He's expended Burrow Strike aggressively, and he's probably going to die here. Velo goes in and gets dropped by the Jug. Well, in the meantime, top lane, they do find a kill on the Undying at the very least, but I struggle to say it's just an Undying. Force Staff, you want Blink Dagger, Dragonlance, and all of that comes into play with the raindrops on top, but I'll come back to it in a second as Axe is focused down here by the Morphling. A couple more hits in with that nice little Vortex down. They find the kill and transition back onto the Undying. Dubu slams him with the Orb of Venom. The Decay gets him to a nice amount of HP. The Sunstrike lands onto FoREv's head. They turn to fight as well. No, they don't quite get the kill. FoREv stands his ground and kills off the Undying. That was close though.
Yeah, it's very strange that the EVOS dual offlane went into the jungle. That's where your best spell in that lane, Soul Rip, doesn't actually have the ability to count the creeps because there were no creeps nearby. So because of that, they were unable to get that big heal that they depended upon and lost 2 heroes for nothing. Meanwhile, though, looks like Juggernaut was able to pick up yet another kill, expending that first Omni Slash.
Great Sunstrike on top. And find another one. Nice. FoREv. It's here and there. So having that movement speed on the OD to just keep chasing people, get into range of Astral, have the stats, the strength, and all of that is absolutely great for him. And it's a great kind of stopgap laning item as the Burrow Strike lands onto the Undying, but the Epicenter cancelled by the taunt, and in comes the Juggernaut. Velo, oh, he's got no Burrow Strike for 3 seconds. They wait for him across. The Sora comes through, and Axe, he's kept alive but not for long enough. They do get the 1-for-1 trade-off there as the 2 offlaners fall. Juggernaut, Golem's down, and in he goes with the healing ward there. The Sunstrike finds the kill. They're chased for more, and Dubu's on the run, tail between legs. The Fatal Bonds burning through him a little bit from the creep behind him, but they won't be able to.
This expand a lot for that engagement though. Rock has been used, Tombstone has been used as well, and it looks like they're unable to actually even get the tier 1 out of it. So it was a big win, but I think EVOS was looking a little bit more out of it. Febby having a lot of trouble against that Golem, and he's gonna just die. 2D Golem.
I heard the Sunstrike and I was wondering where it was going, but mid-fight, oh my god, it just battles everywhere. Morphling might be able to clear up the Invoker here. The Burrow Strike, comes and kills him off at long last. The mega kill streak taken by Velo. But the Sunstrike killed Ogre in the Dire Jungle. Then Febby died to the Golem. Then OD died to the Invoker. EVOS get like a 3-for-1 trade there.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say it's a 3-for-1 because it's not even within one portion of the map, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of just all over the place. But yeah, EVOS, because of the 3-for-1 trade, just like straight up taking tier 2 now. Or at least trying to do so. Creep cutting here is the Axe, who's gone for a magic wand, which normally is the one you skip, especially when you're rushing dagger. Do you think the wand's actually good this game?
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Look at that great spin. Ice Blast will connect with Axe though. His Berserker's Call will not help him. As this upheaval slows down MVP's advance, and the retreat is there from EVOS to TP back the Burrow Strike.
Levels. Midas will do that for you, but also hitting Sunstrikes, as he does get experience across the map if he gets the kill. Febby.
Oh dear. Ice Blast flies across, but the spin is there. Epicenter looks decent onto the Warlock and a little bit onto the Axe as well, but Velo got to sprint himself away from the aggressive. Available with the Ice Blast. Going to land onto 4. The Burrow Strike into 3 as well. There's the Sandstorm coming in. The Ignite's down as well. Sunstrike not going to land onto anyone just yet. But Roshan dropping low. Velo in the pit still and will die at long last. But MVP, they need to go in now. The hammer's dropped, but it's just no damage. The Deafening Blast flies back into their faces. MVP, they're on the hunt. They've killed off 2, looking for more. Franceour, 16 seconds until he's in. Chunk of farm on the Invoker and the Juggernaut, looking at the S and Y over on ilLogic, but without the Blink Axe, and now the jump in onto mid lane. Strike with the AA Blast, and Franceour, well, you are dead, my friend. Well, this is MVP strength now, with the Blink initiations from the Sand King. Definitely making EVOS pay for that.
The Ancient Ambition is allowing the 2 cores to play to their fullest potential, instead of just like constantly just like punching at the Warlock and he's being healed up and so on and so forth. Looks like we do find yet another kill, and like you said, that Blink Dagger being very key.
And the Ice
getting it.
Ice Blaster to the back, looking for TP targets, but there's the Golem drop down with the Fatal Bonds. The damage of the QO looks like it's good. Be able to take down the Warlock in the meantime, though, as MVP. It's time for Hot Retreat. The Invoker, he's going to be able to get the Forge Spirit onto the target. He's not dropping too quickly. He's got Alacrity turn this one back as well as Dubu chasing them, or leading them on a merry goose chase there as Febby smokes away from the Golem. They don't actually kill Velo. Somehow the Sand King survived through all of that, and of course, Aegis on the OD kept him alive. Or brought him back to life, I should say, as my brain stops working for a second there. EVOS, no, you can't walk into this. They've stuck around. The damage comes through, and Invoker's gone. FoREv is able to stick around as well. They'll clear up the Golem with QO's OD. And my goodness, they'll swing back. That Axe's initiation work out for them. They'll push the tier 2 top, but MVP, they're not having any of this. They're moving towards the mid Invoker, and with the vision on him, it's just a simple kill, honestly. The damage from FoREv will finish it off with the Adaptive Strike. Invoker left high and dry by the rest of his team.
EVOS able to get. If you look at the minimap, like essentially, they're kind of just stuck in this small circle.
Well, they might be stuck in their graves in a second. Axe, well, Warlock drops his ulti. Not really going to do too much though, as QO slams it into the ground with his nice big orbs. Even with that upheaval down, Juggernaut, he's looking for an Omni Slash, but he's stunned with the cold feet there. He has to spin, then he can't get his ulti off. QO, Fatal Bonds down onto him. The Epicenter in the background, looking for a kill onto the Warlock. Gets it done as well as Invoker TP's forward. Dubu caught with a cold snap in the back end. They're hunting down Velo, the Undying. Zombies chasing him. He's got another Burrow Strike in 2 seconds time. He's got himself into the trees. No!
Oh,
what?
What?
How? Hello, Ice Frog? That's not meant to happen.
Anime Sword of Justice as it extended itself and got the kill. Meanwhile, looks like Febby trying to pour out. He will make the Force Staff into the Dragonlance as, you know, just more survivability. But this is QO. He is looking for kills, which essentially he might be a little bit of trouble here as getting caught without the Astro. He will Astro himself now, but that's going to set up a Sunstrike.
Can he blink? He can blink. QO. Say goodbye. They turn back onto the Invoker with the stuns coming through. The Morphling's here as well. The Burrow Strike not going to be on point because he's already dead. And FoREv goes from Lincoln's to nearly into that, and the ability to hold back the Koreans, right? Well, I was going to say Undying Tombstone's one of them, but if you're dead, you can't cast it. He gets it down before he drops, but the Ice Blast flies forward. Will catch onto a couple with a trail at very least. And FoREv, oh man, kill off the Tombstone and waveform away. Wants to kill Axe off first. Apparently Epicenter comes through, and that's going to secure it. Velo playing the long game there. And FoREv standing his ground as Juggernaut jumps in with a Blade Fury spin. Velo going to dodge the Sunstrike, Burrow Strike down, no full staff. Gets him to safety, and QO will retreat from the high ground as well. Even Morphling, Astral, and Orbs, and Sandy's Eclipse. MVP is like 80% magic damage, right? Oh, they jump in. They found the Ogre. Sunstrike is good, but so is the counter initiation with the Warlock ulti dropped on their heads. They take down one, but QO Fatal Bonds kills him off. FoREv looks for the nuke damage onto that Invoker. The Epicenter is down onto him as well. QO finally gets taken out by Invo, but EVOS, they're losing so many. The Tombstone will slow them down enough, but FoREv again, Adaptive Strike forward. Zombies stack up, but EVOS do not. Eden, Cold Feet will not be able to stop him from TPing back to safety.
Burrow Strike?
Close.
The problem for EVOS is that these team fights are way too short. And
Done with Blade Fury, you're dealing with so much nuke damage that MVP just clear up, you know, individual heroes within seconds. I mean, right now Juggernaut very nearly died, and with the Ice Blast he will. Febby finds the kill. It's just Velo and FoREv pairing up really nicely there. And it's in with a Bloodlust over onto Velo, give him that nice little bit of movement speed. Start heading into it with the ODDD, and look at that, Invoker is already caught. Ice Blast forward. Is this going to be enough? They've actually looked to kill him off with no buyback. That's Invoker dead. The Fatal Bonds and the Warlock ulti look good, but Dubu, you'll scepter in the air, and that ulti from Juggernaut doesn't come to anything. Epicenter will be able to come through as well. The age is expended, but ilLogic, gotta run, gotta hide. You've got no Blade Fury, and you've got no life if you stick around there. FoREv, he's turned up. He's looking for a kill. He's going to jump himself forward. There's the E-Blade. No, holding on to it. Just waveforms forward. Waiting for anyone else in the background, and, well, MVP, I think, look like they've secured this game.
Man, they needed a Force Staff. That Invoker was stood under his tier 3, like, slowly being drained down by a billion spells, and then finally the Ice Blasted it. If they had a single Force Staff, that Invoker was saved. And,
nice Glimmer.
Oh god.
Oh god, they baited out the Glimmer on the Warlock so the Juggernaut would die. MVP. Get the one up. Febby, he's nearly dying to the Fatal Bonds. QO, stop getting hit by the tower. Thank you very much. But Elena Rack's going to fall here, and MVP, I think, consolidated the lead they've gained from start to finish. Sunstrike.
Sunstrike. Whew.
Catches out Velo. And Febby. Got to be wary about his positioning as his Force Staff does get delivered.
I wonder if the cores could have itemized a little bit differently, so they don't die every time this combo the deals. I don't know.
What's Ogre doing? Dubu just like sprinting around doing whatever the hell he wants. Tranquils and Yules with the Bloodlust has got a ton of movement speed, and now sticking up on high ground. I'll throw
He's
out.
saying this territory is mine. And now they think that's a real one.
Yeah. The replica.
Look at them, they're setting the Ice Blast on top of their Ogre as a bait.
This is so good, actually. FoREv, he's jumped in, but the call will not land. And now they've got the real Ogre on the top lane. Axe, he walked into the E-Blade. Destroyed with the Deafening Blast meteor landing on their heads. The upheaval's going to get cancelled out as Eden needs to run and needs to hide. QO turns back onto the Undying. Looks to get the damage down onto the Invokers. The Ice Wall will slow him down at least a little bit, but FoREv just does not care about an Omni Slash on his head. Juggernaut pops his ult and blinks away. FoREv might want to go back into this. Wave and E-Blade at the ready. There's the damage. There's the magic amp. Adaptive strike and a stun from Dubu. The multicast, of course, comes through. The soul rip is there. The decay comes down. And Juggernaut dead without a buyback. Invoker did escape from that fight thanks to the Ice Wall and the Ghost Walk. But MVP don't lose anything.
That fight started with them going on a Ogre illusion. You were wondering why he was there. He was just baiting again. I mean, as an Ogre, you can't do just that. The rest, to me, is just formality, as MVP is so far ahead and they have such a big lead. Burrow Strike, Berserker's call to turn things around. No Ice Blast this time around, as it's on cooldown. Sunstrike, maybe turn around, but Force Staff defensively. Velo's out, and Undying is dead.
QO just said no. No. Hello? Where's he gone? They've jumped in onto the Warlock, even with a Glimmer Cape. Eden is likely to die. The Sunstrike off the mark there nearly catches Velo on the tail end, but QO will not commit for the Warlock just yet. Decides to go back in with a Blink Dagger and a stun out from the Sand King, the Tornado down, but it's the thing, like Invoker just gets nuked to a fifth of his HP with one Adaptive Strike E-Blade combination, and QO with a BKB just pushes forward back into the fountain. He's the shepherd on EVOS to the sheep.
Maybe the sheep will fight back, who knows?
Don't know, man. Gotta be a wolf in sheep's clothing to fight up against MVP at this point. Undying, shredded. Finally died to the final Arcane Orb of OD, and Blink available so he can get himself to safety. There's the counter initiation coming in, but the good game is called.
Yeah.
Juggernaut with the Mask of Madness enabled, Boros Strike and Ice Blast. Not really too much needed to kill him off, but game number 2 goes the way of MVP Phoenix. And we're going to a third game, which I honestly, before this series, didn't think I'd